This is not a normal episode, but we are not living in normal times. As I'm sure everyone knows, Charlie Kirk has been assassinated. He will more likely than not go down as a martyr, and it's sort of crazy to think that we have a martyr in America in 2025. So I wanted to come back on here after the little break that I had and talk about this a little bit. So I see a lot of things on social media right now, some good, mostly bad, from both sides of the aisle. And I think we need to talk about this. I'm not going to say something like, do this for Charlie or don't do that for Charlie, because that doesn't matter. He was a human being who, by all accounts that we have right now, was killed for his religious and political beliefs. So we should not use Charlie as the lightning rod for how we respond. We should use what he believed in for how we respond. And how we respond should not come from the political realm. How we should respond should come from Jesus. And the words of Jesus are ringing in my head right now. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. These people are lost. These people are godless, senseless monsters. There are people on social media laughing that a wife is now a widow, that two beautiful children are now fatherless. A man in America got shot in the neck because he was not afraid to say what he thought. He was not afraid to speak the gospel. And something that I've been seeing in the last 24 hours or so is interview he did. I think it was about 2 months ago. And I have no idea what the actual podcast was called. Sorry, I don't know most podcasts. I have no idea that most podcasts exist. But I'm assuming host of this podcast asked Charlie how he would want to be remembered. And I'm not going to get this verbatim, but Charlie basically said, "For my love of Christ." So before you do anything in response to this, you need to think about if Jesus would want you to respond this way. The one who said, "Pray for those who persecute you." I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they want to basically go to war with the people on the left that are promoting this. I'm also seeing a lot of basically doxing of people who are being celebratory with his death. We can't do what they do. We can't become the monsters that the left are, the monsters that the atheists are. Even in the midst of something like this, where a Christian and conservative leader is assassinated, we have to stand even more firmly on our faith and evangelize that much more. It does nobody any good if we are out there basically burning cities down like what happened when George Floyd was killed. And I also want to caution people. Yes, it's terrible that Charlie Kirk got assassinated, obviously. I personally broke down a few times yesterday, and wasn't even a super huge fan of the guy. I thought that sometimes he was a little bit too harsh, sometimes maybe not charitable enough to people that would come and talk to him. And in all honesty, that sort of turned me off on him a little bit. If I was scrolling through Facebook Reels and I saw one of the prove me wrong things, I would probably stop and listen to it. But I never listened to his radio show or his podcast. I was never subscribed to his YouTube channel, but I did follow him on X, and he spoke the truth. This man feared God. This man ran the race, and he ran it well, and he completed it, and now he is fully coming into his reward. My caution for people: do not idolize him. I'm already seeing it. Flags being at half mast, I think that's a little bit too close for comfort. Be very careful that you don't take what will most likely go down as a martyrdom and sin and you're grieving. I know people aren't going to like that I'm saying this, but it's true. You need to be careful. Think about it before you do it. On a brighter note, it seems like the culture might be shifting. I saw that yesterday Yankee Stadium put Charlie Kirk up on their Jumbotron screen thing, whatever it's called. It had I think it was a moment of silence for him. 10 years ago, would Yankee Stadium have done that? Think about that for a second. Would Yankee Stadium ever have thought to put a conservative voice, a Christian voice, up on their giant screen? Absolutely not. They play in New York. What are you talking about? The culture is shifting. I would not be surprised if there is a seismic shift towards conservatism and towards Christianity. And this is the kindling that started it. God uses everything for his will. We don't have to know why. We just have to know that God is in control. And God has welcomed Charlie into heaven. And Charlie Kirk will be remembered, possibly until Jesus comes again, whenever that is. So, Christians, mourn for Charlie if you need to, if that will help you, I guess, cope with what is happening right now in our world. And then when you're done mourning, evangelize like Charlie did. I saw a cartoon today, and it was Charlie, I think it was with God. Couldn't really tell because their backs were turned. It was God or Jesus, but it showed Charlie with God. And Charlie was saying, will someone pick it up? And it shows a microphone that he left. And it said, yes, someone will. Pick up the microphone. These demons cannot win. The economy of demons is lies. That's how they profit. That's how they win souls. By lying, by deceiving, by making things cloudier than they need to be. Remember Charlie. Pray for his family. Pray for the wife who will no longer have someone sleeping next to her, comforting her after she had a hard day. Pray for the children who no longer have a dad to run to when he gets home, who no longer have a dad to tuck them in at night, to read them a bedtime story, to cheer them up when they fall and scrape their knees. Pray for them. Looks like there's a campaign to donate to his family. And if you feel so called, then give money to that. But don't let him die in vain. And I think that if conservatives and Christians stopped going to college campuses, then he would have died in vain. What he created in that culture of going to college campuses is something that we absolutely cannot stop. We must keep doing that. We have to show these cowards that they did not win, that they will not win, that they will never win. And God have mercy on those who mock his death, who mock his assassination, to be more precise with my language, who are saying that he deserved it because of his rhetoric. But Christians, please do not get violent. There's a lot of people on the right and a lot of people who say that they're Christians who are calling for violence, saying, well, they resort to violence, so we have to as well. And that's not true. Who are we to say that someone deserves death just because we disagree with them? You're no better than the person on the left that did this, assuming that he's on the left, if you go out and kill people. I think that's all I have. Pray for Charlie's family. Pray for TPUSA and the people there. Pray for America. Pray for the world. And pray that the people that celebrate this type of thing will come to Jesus and repent of their heinous sins. God bless you all.